It should have been me, not him! It's not fair!
With the recently dropped ban list for the JP side of Digimon TCG ready to go into effect September 1st, there's only a single banned card, Dora Greymon. While many of us were expecting this card among others, we weren't expecting it to just be Dora Greymon. So, with a one card ban list change reflecting only in JP starting September 1st, what does this mean for both X-Antibody players and the English side of the game? An important thing to consider is that this is a JP ban list, which is surprising because Cross Hearts, the most dominant deck in the format in Japan, did not see any hits. This could be for any number of reasons, but the most likely suspect being new Shoutmon line support coming out in following sets, and them not wanting to kill that in the crib. Furthermore, even though we are pushing out our 11th set with 3 supplementary sets in addition, there is still some cards on the ban list that might not need to be there. I can see the argument for things like Mega Digimon Fusion or Hidden Potential Discovered, which can be extremely powerful with their interactions with level 7s, but for cards like Argomon, I don't really see their need to be there at this stage. They are cards that have been power crept to some degree. Savior Huckmon has been another argument, but with the existence of Jesmon GX, that might be for the best for that to stay at 1, plus the Jesmon line has gotten so much support with the starter deck that it kind of makes up for it. So this is the JP ban list, which means we do not know when or even if this will be coming to Western territories. But if you're an X-Antibody player, you may be looking at this wondering, what do I do if this ends up becoming real sooner rather than later? X-Antibody as a deck is not dead, saying that is hyperbole. However, with this change, the level 5 lineup would need to be altered to compensate. The deck would be losing the protection of Dora Greymon, which might favor putting Breath of the Gods into the deck. In addition, losing that Dora Grey name means that you can't really play Dex Dora Greymon effectively at all, which would look at switching over to Greymon and Hisarumon as your level 5s for the deck. You can even see these cogs turning in some players' heads in real time, as right now a buyout of the Greymon altar is actually happening on TCG Player. Which, please do not buy $20 Greymons, just don't. Let things play out, see where they go, don't go into targeted buyouts. The final implication of this ban list is that losing Alphamon, in addition to the recent loss of Yellow Hybrid, poses Cross Hearts to be able to steamroll the meta in JP and potentially over here in Western territories. However, an important thing to remember is that Western meta is and has always been different. We use the tools we have differently, we play differently, we construct decks differently from JP. I would not be surprised if the Western meta were to adjust to the format and find tools to undermine Cross Hearts' strategy. However, this does leave some level of impetus on Bandai. Much like with Jesmon, printing a new Dora Greymon would be wonderful for X-Antibody decks, and would help the Dex decks, which losing that piece actually kills their entire strategy tragically, which for a rogue deck that wasn't terrorizing the format is sad to see. Furthermore, with the demonstrated strength of Cross Hearts and more support coming out, the solution is to print more tamer interaction, giving other colors the ability to deal with these powerful tamers, and the Digicross mechanic would help work as a band-aid solution to the deck's strength. Finally, if you are an X-Antibody player, there's no reason for you to give up on the deck or get rid of your cards. First, it doesn't make a lot of sense because Alphamon is a very important character to Digimon and is likely to continue to get support down the line. And I want you to remember BT6, where Jesmon, even after getting Savior to 1, was still a viable option, and that was during the height of hybrids, where the entirety of the board you were playing against was either blue or yellow. I think we as a community should be happy that Bandai is showing some level of restraint with this ban list. Anybody who played against X-Anti can tell you the power of that deck, being able to go from one memory up into a level 7, checking for multiple security with layers of protection, and then still retaining turn. I don't want to say it was busted, but it was a level of dominance in this meta that pushed other decks down. I think if this change comes to the West to allow other decks to prop themselves up and lead to an overall more diverse meta. As for the concerns with Cross Hearts and BT10, I think we should focus in BT9 for a little bit. We still have this format for a while, so we should let simmer and actually test the boundaries of what's possible. BT9 is incredibly diverse. You can still get away with running things like Blue Hybrid, Yellow Hybrid even after the bannings, Grandis Kawaga, Metal Garurumon, Armor Rush, War Greymon, Gatomon. There is a variety of decks to be played, and it can be pretty fun. In conclusion, if you are an X-Antibody player, maybe now is the time to start looking at some variants without the 4 of Dora Greymon. As always, thank you for watching. This is Tepid with Legion TCG, and please in the comments let me know, what are your thoughts on the ban list? Are you an X-Ante player? Is this going to make you quit the deck? If you are thinking that, what are you going to end up switching to? We've got some great videos coming down the pipeline for the future. So as always, have a wonderful day and stay safe.